All right, today we're tackling something huge, the human brain. We're going to explore how this incredible architect inside your head designs the very reality you experience every single moment of every single day.
So let's just jump right in with a question that it might feel a little weird. Is your brain lying to you? The short answer, yeah, it is, constantly. But it's probably not in the way you're thinking.
You see, it's so easy to think of our brains as these perfect video cameras, just recording the world exactly as it is. But the science shows us something way more interesting. Your brain isn't just recording, it's a master storyteller, actively creating your reality from the ground up.
So let's start pulling back the curtain on what we could call the reality illusion. We're going to see just how your brain builds the world that you perceive, piece by piece.
And really, the best place to start is with the sense we trust the most, our sight. Because what you think you see, well, it isn't always what's actually out there.
Let's dig into some of these amazing deceptions of the eye. And these aren't just little party tricks. They reveal something fundamental about how your brain puts your world together.
Okay, get this. Every single one of your eyes has a physical blind spot where the optic nerve connects, a literal hole in your vision. So why don't you see a black dot floating around all the time? It's because your brain is actively inventing visual information to just paper over that crack, creating the smooth picture you see. It's lying to you for your own good. And it doesn't stop at just filling in tiny gaps. To save a ton of energy, your brain also just plain ignores huge parts of your environment. It's called change blindness. Your brain gives you the feeling that you're taking it all in, but in reality, it's filtering out almost everything it decides just isn't important.
So, just how powerful is this filter? Well, this number gives you a pretty good clue, 50%. What on earth could that represent? That's the percentage of people in a classic experiment who were busy giving directions to a stranger and completely failed to notice when that stranger was switched with a totally different person in the middle of the conversation. I'm talking different height, different clothes, different voice. It just shows your brain isn't recording every detail. It's just getting the gist of the situation.
Okay, so our brain is a real-time editor for what we see, filling in gaps to make everything look seamless. But this is where it gets really crazy. It does the exact same thing with our past. This takes us from deceptions of the eye to deceptions of the mind.
We all love to think that our memory works like a video file, right? We just hit play, and there it is. Perfect. But the reality is so much weirder. Every single time you remember something, your brain rebuilds that memory from scratch, pulling together different pieces. It's less like playing a recording and more like a total reconstruction.
And this creative gap-filling for memories has a name, confabulation. And it's not lying, it's storytelling. Think about your third birthday. You might remember it, but do you really? Or did your brain just cleverly weave together a scene from an old photo and stories your parents told you? That's confabulation.
And the scale of this is just wild. Research suggests that as many as half of our most cherished, earliest memories could be, at least in part, total fabrications. Our own personal history is co-authored by the storyteller in our skull.
So why? Why on earth does our brain do all of this? Is it just a flawed, buggy piece of equipment? Not even close. These deceptions aren't bugs, they are features. They're all part of a secret agenda with a really powerful purpose.
These lies are often just cognitive biases, they're mental shortcuts. For instance, the Dunning-Kruger effect isn't about being dumb. It's that little shot of confidence your brain gives you when you're starting something new so you don't get overwhelmed. Or the illusion of explanatory depth? That's the feeling that you totally know how a zipper works, right up until somebody asks you to explain it. Your brain just saves the headline to save energy.
Here is a perfect everyday example of a bias at work. So take a look at this. This first bar shows that a huge 80% of us think we're above average drivers. Now look at the second bar. Mathematically, only 50% of people can be above average. That gap isn't just arrogance, it's the optimism bias. It's a little lie your brain tells you to help you get in the car every day without being terrified of the risks.
So, let's look at this in a new way. These aren't flaws in your mental programming. They are incredibly efficient shortcuts, designed over millennia to help you make decisions in a snap, to stay motivated, and to protect your own sense of self in a pretty chaotic world.
And that brings us to the big idea here. Instead of being suspicious of our brains for these little tricks, maybe we should just embrace them. Let's talk about the power of what you might call the useful lie.
If you take one single thing away from this explainer, let it be this.
Your brain's #1 goal is not to give you a perfectly accurate report of the world. Its goal is to create a useful, functional story that helps you survive and thrive.
So stop thinking of your brain as a faulty camera. Think of it as a master architect. It's taking all these scraps of information, memories, and built-in biases, and it is building the most stable, coherent, and useful reality it possibly can for you to live in. And when you look at it that way, it's doing an absolutely incredible job. Which leaves us with just one last big thought. If your entire reality is a carefully constructed story, a personalized narrative written just for you, it really makes you wonder, who then is the author?